So, guys, today we're making a new resume because I'm applying for a new job. As you know, I am a digital nomad, and the job that I do, there's a lot of web designers and stuff like that. What I do, I am an interpreter, and I want a new resume so I can send it out. And I usually do remote jobs. When I was living in the U.S., I was also doing remote jobs here and there. And I found this app or like this website called ToLink where you can build your resume, and also you can find like ways to make a resume look like really nice. It's really cool because you see templates and backgrounds. So if you come here to templates, it shows you all the templates that you could use. I wanted one that had my picture on it because usually for these type of jobs, you have to show your face. They're video calling, so you want your picture on it. You want the person who wants to hire you to see that you're pretty happy most of the times. I chose this one that is the one that's 7 colors because I wanted to look very professional, and blue is a color that says that. But if you don't want it like that, let's say I wanted this bluish kind of solid color, but if you want something more dreamy, it allows you to choose a different background. But I'm gonna leave it as is. So in this, when you're building the resume here, allows you to remove and or to add sections. I'm gonna leave them all on. As you can see, they're all in blue, but I could also remove it. Let's say you see how here it says skills. If I do this, gone. Like it's not going to ask me for skills here. You see? It's no longer here. But I do need skills because they definitely going to ask me for those. So after you do the skills, or like all the bullet points that you see here that you need to talk about while you're applying for jobs, such as skills, education, experience, links, if you have any. I'm not going to use links because I don't have a portfolio or anything. And the location, I will choose a location because right now I am traveling in Europe, and I want them to know that I'm always going to have electricity, and an internet connection is also very reliable. Something that you do is like you have to choose your primary job title. Mine is interpreter, so you choose it here at in this drop down menu that you have here, and it populates it here. Let me show you. Let's say if I change it to dresser, then here is going to change to dresser. Also gives you the description of what dresser is. See? Change that to dresser. But I'm not a dresser. I'm an interpreter. So I'm going to write down interpreter. Also, my phone number also populates here, but right at the top. So I like it because it looks really cool. My email and my contact information. And then after that, it asks you for your location. It's fine because I do want to add my location. I was an interpreter at Kelly when I was living in Salt Lake City, Ohio. Sorry, Salt Lake City, Utah. I am a crazy person sometimes. And I started working there on February 2016 while I was living in the States until 2017. So I only worked with them for a year because then I moved. And what I was doing was insurance interpreting in schools, school meetings. There's a lot of the reason why I like also interpreting is because you can work remote. And that's what, of course, they demand for you to be living, like, for example, if you're working for a company in the United States, um, they want you to be in the United States and be able to work in the United States legally. And that was my case at that moment. So I was working for them back then. I was also working for a company called Boise. No, that's the company I'm applying for. I was working with a company called CLI. I was also an interpreter there. Also, they is a very good payment. Like with an interpreter salary here in Europe, even though dollars are a lot less than euros, with the money that you make, it's enough for you to survive and go out and do almost everything that you want to do. I was living in the Bronx, New York, and I was there in 2017, but it wasn't in February, it was in June 1st, and I was there until 2019 at the beginning before the pandemic. And I was lucky enough um, to be out of, like a very long confinement because where I was at the time, I was in, I was not like in full lockdown. Okay, so there I was doing medical interpretation. I really like this tool. This is like super easy to use. And I love how everything populates. So we're going to do education. I major in advertising and design. Parsons. Design. This is New York. That was back in September. A long time. Oh, what? That was a long time ago. Okay, yeah, I remember. And think that was the graduation date. I learned how to do proper. Say, advertising. Also, a lot of this stuff is not really. I'm doing this with also the purpose of learning. So I'm not gonna do all of my real information. My job history is the right thing, but this is not. I did not go there at all. So that's just an FYI. I'm doing this, but I was working on those companies. And we're gonna leave it as that, and then we're gonna go to languages. Very important. So my primary language is Spanish. That's my mother tongue. I'm native. But then also another language. I'm not a native, but I'm, oh no. Okay, English. But I'm very fluent, as you can see. So I'm going to select professional. Okay, so additional skills. I would say that training. I've done training before. Also, in Google Analytics, Photoshop, of course. And well, that's it. I don't like to add social media, but I think I am going to add my LinkedIn. Okay. Okay. So what you do is that you come here, you just have to like go into your LinkedIn, right? You just copy paste um that here if you want to add the links. I'm gonna add the links and I'm going to put LinkedIn, whatever. Okay. I'm going to add this link. I'm not going to do my real LinkedIn right now because again, yes, I'm also doing my resume, but I'm recording this video because I want to show how this tool works. And I also wanted to try it myself. So here's my resume. It could be way longer than this, but I think it looks really good. And another cool thing is like if I wanted to change the template, could I do that? Let's see. Let's change it for this one. Let's see if it does it. Cool. So I did it. It's right there. And then I can just download my resume if I want to print it, which is not what I want. But also if I want it, if I want to, um, okay, here's my email and password. I already created an account. If I want to download my resume so I can, give it out, I can do it. And here I have my resume. It's a PDF, very easy. Oh my God, it looks very pretty. I like the way everything is and also how it has a QR code where they can just see or take my resume on the go. So, this is it. This is a creation of a resume on Tulink. Highly recommend it.